Post the Raja scam, yet another DMK minister is now battling questions raised by headlines today investigations. For the Prime Minister, it is like an ugly flashback from the past. DMK Supremo K. Karunanidhi's son M.K. Alagiri stands accused of willful neglect despite warnings by his junior minister of an alleged conspiracy to defraud farmers and the taxpayers. Soon after headlines today's revelations of his inaction, Alagiri rushed to meet his father and DMK Supremo K. Karunanidhi when accosted by headlines today. Instead of defending himself or giving an explanation, a defiant Alagiri passed the buck to the Prime Minister. All right, joining us on the story from Chennai is Mr. Devasahayam. He's a former bureaucrat. He's going to give us perspective on this story. So how do you see things pan out after headlines today investigation? Alagiri coming saying the Prime Minister needs to answer questions. Where do you reckon the party stands, keeping in mind their own internal politics at this juncture?
You are talking about the DMK party?
Yes, sir.
Now, they are part of a coalition government. So when a charge like this comes, of course, Minister has to answer and the Prime Minister also has to answer. There is no opinion. There's no doubt about it. Prime Minister also has to answer because all these corruption was happening under his watch. So both of them have to answer.
But sir, this would be another Raja moment as well also for the UPA, but for the DMK as well. Do you see the party patriarch taking a hard stand?
You see, during the 2G, the matter was quite different. It was a group show. Now, Raja was not the only one who was targeted. And it was a huge scam where a lot of other people were involved and the whole thing went through a complete kind of, inquiry mode and other things. Now, here, fingers are being raised only against one minister. When the facts are not known so far, your channel only reported it yesterday and talked about him pocketing 1,000 crore rupees. But the way in which it has been done, what happened actually, how much money was released as subsidy, who all were the beneficiaries, the corporates, and how these 1,000 crore was arrived at, the facts are not known. So because of that, I don't think we'll be able to make an informed comment about that. About coalition politics, if that's a question, I am willing to answer.
So do you think the party, DMK, the patriarch, Karunanidhi, would actually take any action against his son, that at the cost of a big taint coming in for the party?
You see, I will not like to look at it as a DMK party affair. What is happening in Delhi for the last about 6, 7 years has been a continuous string of corruptions coming and big scams, small scams, all kind of scams coming where all parties are involved. Now, putting it as part of a coalition politics, I don't buy the story at all, because there seems to be impression created that coalition politics, corruption is inevitable, loot is inevitable in coalition politics, which is not true.
Right.
See, for instance, in many of the European countries, in parliamentary democracy, there is coalition government going on. What is happening? What role is being played by the Prime Minister and Prime Minister's office in seeing that this kind of thing doesn't happen? You can't just say what will be the patriot do or what will he do. He is part of the government in the center.